don't know.
80 years old.
This guy gets it. Today we're at Crow. They're a rehabilitation facility for wild animals. So if I ever get injured, this is the place y'all should bring me.
About 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you weren't allowed to release tortoises. So they're the one species that we allow interaction with because they weren't releasable, but they didn't want genetic contamination. So basically that's when a tortoise gets picked up in Gauteng on the side of the road. They bring it down here and there's slight different genetic variations. We can draw blood and we can say, okay, this tortoise came from Limpopo or whatever, and now we can release. It's about a 2-year program as well. So basically you will do all the tests that you need to do. Then we quarantine them for 8 months here. Then they go onto the release site where they'll stay like a BOMA for about another year. And then after that, we do post-release monitoring. So we put them with transmitters, and then we follow them for a year to make sure that they've adapted well and all of that. So, yeah.
What do you typically feed him?
So he's eating hopper mice at the moment, but we also do chicken hearts, chicken gizzards, things like that. Depending on the crocodilian species, these guys eat a lot more red meat in the wild, whereas things like your alligators eat a lot more fish and birds. So whereas these guys eating a lot more red meats, they can handle a bit more of the mice and things like that. So it's frozen thawed mice. So we've got a sheet here that says exactly when we fed them, what they ate, and how many grams each of the items was.
And typically, how long will you wait to feed him again? If you feed him today?
Usually it's between 3 and 5 days, yeah. And then this big one's in here because he's in quarantine, so that would have come in. We'll quarantine him here before we head to the main tortoise camp at the top.
What's the eldest one?
The oldest one we've got is probably around 80 years old.
Dang.
Yeah, we call him Daddy. So when you go down that side, you'll see he will actually chase you.
Okay.
They're faster than you think.
Yeah.
And our volunteers come here and they'll prep they basically prep a day before, and then in the morning all the feed is ready for all of the animals. So this is Jacqueline. Hi.
Hello.
So Jacqueline is actually an international volunteer. She's from America. So basically, yeah, we get people from all over the world. We had like 5 French interns that came. They studied vet science, literally all over the world, Netherlands and so on. And then it's also a mix of local volunteers that come through as well. By the time we come up to the top, I'm sure some of our clinic people will be here. Then you can interview them as well. Yeah. But for now, the one's been out all morning trying to find a baboon that came from a ship again. So
From a ship?
yeah, so when I take you guys through, I'll tell you a bit about the baboons that we have here. But basically, there's basically a case going on to see, they think it's a smuggling syndicate. So basically, because baboons are not from KZN, so they think people are bringing them on the ships for like muti and stuff. Yeah, people do some sad stuff. Yeah.
This is a cool place, eh?
I really feel like I'm on an excursion right now. It's quite enjoyable. Excursion.
Dojo's Bizarre Adventures, episode 2.
Pro was started about more than 46 years ago by a lady named Isolde Mallet. So she started Crow from her garage and basically saw a need because people were caring for like your dogs and domestic animals but not for wildlife. So back then they used to have like rhino and like a whole lot of cool stuff. But now because it's more indigenous wildlife, it's the smaller wildlife. But you do on the odd occasion get like really big animals. Yeah.
So if you could turn into any one animal in the world, what would it be and why?
An elephant,
Why?
because they're empathetic, they're socially bonded, and they're intelligent.
Okay, nice.
What is your favorite animal that you think so far?
They're vervet monkeys and the baboons, because they love their milk, and they get so excited and they make different sounds, and it's so fun to like hear the different sounds. They all mean something, and then I try to like mimic it, but those are my favorite animals.
That seems like it would be the scariest though.
It really is. It's like my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're very funny. I also must mention, so during the season, it's not that busy at Crow because most of the animals have been released. So the animals that are here with us, they winter with us until September. They'll start to get released. But also September is what we call baby season. So all the animals are having babies, and there's a lot of more cases. So that's why you'll see it's a bit quiet here because most animals have.
At least it
been
gives y'all
released.
time to focus on the fun run.
Yeah, yeah. But it's good because like this is basic. This is not crow. Crow is not these animals in the cages. It's a good thing that we don't have so many animals on property because they've been released and that's where they belong. So many years back, crow used to have baboons. We used to rehabilitate baboons. So that is what this big enclosure is for. It is going to be remodeled. I'm not sure what it's going to be used for, but if you look there, you can see how big it was.
Oh, cool. Are we allowed to go inside?
Yeah, you can. You can. Just maybe not too far in.
Why? Is there something there?
There might be snakes or something.
Could we go inside there, take some pictures?
Do you want to get bitten by a snake or
I don't know
something?
if there's what keys we need. I've never been in
Okay.
there, to be honest.
Are we allowed to go inside this one?
You just want to go inside.
Yeah,
That's the option for the keys.
Alright, sure.
Yeah.
This
Do you want
one.
to maybe circle back when
Yeah.
we come back up?
Oh, what is that?
Love people. So if you do go
What are those?
mongoose, banded mongoose.
I always thought mongoose look like ducks, to be honest.
Really packed in here, but because most
They're
of
so
them are
cute.
also released.
Wow.
Mm.
You guys are so cool. Hello. Hello. Hello.
So a huge troop that was released. I think these guys they're waiting now for their turn.
So where do these guys get dropped off?
So basically what we have to do is it would either be at a reserve or some protected area, but we can't just go and release a whole lot of animals at any given place, so we have to get permits. So the clinic staff will apply for permits with Yellowwood Wildlife, and then once these permits are granted, then we know we can release them. Yeah.
Okay. Is it just these mongoose that like humans, or in general do they?
In general, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. They're very curious. So yeah, in general, they are quite curious, and they like to pop in here and there. But maybe just not.
No! Hello.
You know they can climb.
This guy gets it.
I would replace you.
I don't know where to place myself.
So most of the time, it's just the animal keeper and the clinic nurse that's assigned to that animal or that species that will spend a lot of time with them. Because the point is we don't want them to get used to people, because if they're released, they're going to look for people in a nature reserve or something. This is the wetlands. So there's lots of wildlife in the wetlands. As you can see, we even have like terrapins and fish in there.
Seen that Rehabilitate came here to pick up this. Oh, when the tiny guy breaks it down. Yeah.
Who study like biodiversity and nature conservation. They come here and they do studies on like the bird life, on the alien plants and so on. So it's also, that's our education center. It looks really cool inside, but it's also getting remodeled. So we have a program where we go out to schools, underprivileged schools in rural areas and so on. And we teach them about wildlife. We teach them about why it's important to protect them and precautions that you can take. For example, if you see a bird, what's the proper way to come and handle it and bring it to crow. And schools also come here for those talks.
So, Lee, 100 rand.
100 rand to jump. 100 rand to jump.
I got clothes in the car for you.
100 rand to jump.
They would ask us that.
Because you always do it.
I don't know how deep the water is.
You can swim.
Oh, what is that?
No, you have to know.
Those are the fish.
You know, to swim, you have to know depth of water.
A bush buck that went up for release, they were in here. Yeah. So you can also see like with the way it's kept very natural and very wild to mimic that what they would basically see out there.
You guys rehabilitate all sorts of wild animals over here.
Mm-hmm.
If we had to bring my boy, which enclosure
Oh, yo.
he fit into?
I think we'll put him in the primate section.
Oh, okay, okay. Can we go see? Just to see what facility we'd put my boy in.
This section is the furthest away section. We have the least human traffic down here. So we're making a special exception to show you guys. But these guys are in their last stage of rehabilitation, and then we've got the famous baboons. It was Nona and Willie who are in our enclosures here. They were roaming KZN not too long ago, and they're being shipped up to Limpopo to another rehab that will specialize with baboons for their final release.
Oh, I see these guys. Yo.
Hello.
That's Willie, and Nona's around here somewhere.
If you could transform into any one animal on the planet, what would it be?
That's a good one. My favorite animals are crocodiles, although probably a monitor lizard, because they are highly intelligent as well. They're also an apex predator in terms of their size that they get to, and it's a reptile, which I love. Also, you don't have to eat as much. So, yeah.
Nice. Performance benefits?
Yeah, just the two of them. They jumped off a ship coming from the Cape.
I'm telling you, it's not like fun by the window. It's actually
A lot longer to send them back than I thought it would. Quite a process, eh?
So it depends on species. Certain animals like our mongoose, when they come in as orphans, they generally are 6 to 9 months. But then larger species like these baboons and monkeys, the monkeys are 3 to 5 years, and the baboons is about 5 to 6 year program. That's because you have to actually build the troops to have different structures so that they can protect themselves once they're released. And you have to have a family unit, which is why it takes so long for them. Antelope are usually with us for about a year if they're orphaned. But injured animals, basically, as soon as they are ready to go back, we release them again.
Okay, sure. It takes a lot longer to rehabilitate a wild animal and set them back in the wild than I had anticipated. Yeah, learn something new. And these guys do it all completely off donations from the public. So if you guys have any to spare, help these guys, help these animals. And they do have some pretty cool volunteer programs that you guys can come and check out.
So what's the most challenging thing you've learned working with these animals?
Look, I think animals are the easy ones to work with. It's the humans that are more difficult. So I think that obviously there are challenges, like this baboon that we're busy trying to get at the moment. He's up and down on the roof in the alleyways. So it does take a lot of resources, and I think that's the most challenging part running an organization like this, is to get the resources that we need to be able to do the work that we do.
One thing that I learned as well is that they have accommodation at Crow for international volunteers. It is paid for, it covers your food, your shelter, Wi-Fi, all of that stuff. But for people who want to just come and volunteer for the day, that's free. But it's pretty cool if you're traveling, backpacking South Africa. I'd strongly recommend coming to stop at Crow in Durban, KZN. Do some volunteer work, take in some sights over here. Yellowwood Park is very full of nature compared to other areas in Durban. Quite like it. Oh, they have a Lacoste.
We did a capture for them. There was a 2-meter crocodile in Tongaat. And then we caught one by hand not too long ago, but we used this as a transport enclosure. That one was about 1.8 meters. But since I've been at Crow, we've only caught about 5 or so. But in my time in conservation, it's my 110th crocodile that I've caught.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Can we go inside here?
Are you proud of that?
Yeah.
Are you proud of that? Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's coming.
He's coming for you. Oh, he's fast.
This is the oldest one too.
Watch your.
Yo, he's bolting for you.
It's quite friendly here. That's the one time he'll stop chasing you, is if you start stroking his shell nice and thick.
Hello.
Yo! I don't want to smoke.
Then he'll lie down. But if you don't stroke him, he'll continue to try push you.
Other ones is active.
They are, but because he's the dominant male, that's the reason why he's trying to push, because they'll push each other around in nature.
If you could turn into any one animal on the planet, what would it be?
I think it would be a bird of prey.
Why?
Maybe because they're so majestic, they're so cool, they're just amazing to look at, and they're so, like, you feel so powerful just being near them. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I never really thought about it. I guess a shark.
Okay. He swims.
Yeah. So what's the most unique and out there animal that you've ever gotten here?
So being South Africa's first and oldest wildlife rehab, we've had everything from lions to giraffe. We've had things like rhinos, but obviously there's specialized rhino facilities nowadays and security is so hectic. We've had polecat in not too long ago. We get side-striped jackal, which are a bit rarer than your normal jackals. So you name it, we work with it. We might not always hold on to them for the full rehab process because it's other specialized rehabbers, but we still have permits for every single indigenous species in the country.
We had a
Yeah, so this is the flight.
I feel like I'm in a Jurassic Park enclosure. In Jurassic Park. Oh, there's he. Wait.
On the board.
Oh.
It's actually, he's flying now because we're in here, but it is actually something that we do encourage is to get them to fly like this so that they stretch their wings, and but we'll, I think, head out now just to keep him calm.
What sound does a Tyrannosaurus Rex make?
Oh, right. I don't know.
What sound does a Tyrannosaurus Rex make? Caesar is after our behavior today, I'm not sure if they're gonna invite us back, but everybody's invited for the 5K family fun walk at the Kenneth Stainbank Nature Reserve on Sunday the 30th of August.